Ladies and gentlemen, a year ago we were all meeting in South Africa at AfricaCom. Needless to say, we are in a different place today, not only geographically, but also the state of our industry. The lockdown has been the tipping point of accelerating the digital transformation in Africa and the world. And it becomes clear to us that Africa as a continent shows significant promise for economic, technological, and infrastructure growth over the coming years, more so than any other continent. But how will these prospects materialize? Earlier this year, we launched a mission at Ericsson to set Africa in motion, a mission where we collaborate with our partners, the service providers, and other key stakeholders in different parts of the continent to accelerate digitalization, create access and opportunities for people of Africa. To set Africa in motion and accelerate Africa's digital journey, we will look into three different perspectives. What are the key drivers to accelerate digitalization? What opportunities will this bring? And how can we contribute moving forward? Let's now look at the key drivers to accelerate Africa's digitalization journey. First, the pandemic has highlighted the importance of having the right infrastructure. The mobile industry in Africa has largely risen to the challenge of keeping individuals and businesses connected during the lockdowns. The mobile market in Africa will reach several important milestones over the next 5 years. New data from our Ericsson Mobility Report highlight that the fastest growth rates seen globally in mobile and data traffic come from Africa. In the same report, we expect mobile data traffic to multiply by 6.5 times. The number of LTE subscriptions to increase by 2.5 times, and smartphone adoption will see a significant increase, going from the current 56% of total 4G subscriptions to 73%. Also, distinctive volumes of 5G subscriptions are expected from 2022, reaching 5% of the mobile subscriptions by 2026. These projections will be underpinned by our ability to collaborate to power the networks of Africa and are presenting us with an incredible opportunity as we continue to work with our partners, the service providers, to roll out 4G networks and pave the way to 5G. These collaborations stretches from advising our partners on which technology to invest in, being 3G, 4G, or 5G, where to invest, and when to invest, based on traffic users' predictions and smartphone penetration. From introducing advanced radio solutions, such as multi-band products which consumes less overall energy, all the way to introduction of automation, AI, and machine learning into how we manage and operate the networks. Second, with significant unused 4G capacity and 4G adoption still relatively low, the focus in the near term must be continuing to increase 4G uptake while paving the way for 5G. Most important enabler to accelerate 4G adoption is the smartphone affordability, as it represents the real pivot to ensure that these networks are being used and monetized. We've seen good progress on that front, where service providers have launched 4G smartphones for $30 to $40, and also one initiative where consumers are offered to pay for their smartphones over the mobile money service, at the tune of just a few cents a day. By having the right strategies to make 4G devices more affordable, combined with the right digital services, we will, as a community, accelerate connectivity and enable multiple opportunities. Thirdly, an area that is essential to enable us to accelerate digitalization is the importance of a well-planned policy and regulatory environment. An enabling policy environment that generates regulatory certainty is key to attract investment in telecommunication infrastructure and to encourage market development through innovation, partnerships, entrepreneurship, job creation, and knowledge sharing. The first step to enable innovation through mobile connectivity is the timely availability of ample, cost-effective, and harmonized spectral resources. During the pandemic, as the mobile network traffic increased, several African administrations released additional spectrum to ensure network quality of service for consumers. This was a very positive move and resulted in equally beneficial results. However, this should not be seen as emergencies measures only, but rather a way forward to proactively provide spectrum resources to communication service providers so they can timely deploy the required network resources. A particular focus should be on the low and mid bands to ensure the right coverage and capacity across the vast lands of Africa. Following the first step of spectrum availability, administration should also ensure long-term stable network regulation that upholds the principle of technology neutrality, stimulate investments, and foster infrastructure competition. In June of this year, Ericsson signed a collaboration agreement with the African Telecommunication Union to promote global and regional coordination and harmonization of spectrum usage. As part of the activities under the agreement, ATU has set a working group where representatives from African administrations and experts from Ericsson and GSMA are working together to develop recommendations for mobile spectrum use in Africa. Now, having the right infrastructure in place and the right regulatory environment will enable a vast number of opportunities ahead. Let's look at a few of them. The role of mobile technology as a catalyst for innovation and socio-economic development cannot be overstated. Studies we've been doing at Ericsson, together with the Imperial College in London, have shown a clear link between mobile broadband penetration and GDP growth, whereby 10% increase in the mobile broadband adoption ratio causes a 0.8% increase in GDP. This effect is even stronger in countries with lower income, generating a potential to leapfrog in economic development by investing in mobile broadband infrastructure. A recent study showed that mobile connectivity generated 9% of GDP in Africa in 2019. It's a contribution that amounted to more than $155 billion of economic value add. The mobile ecosystem also supported almost 3.8 million jobs and made a substantial contribution to the funding of the public sector, with $17 billion raised through taxation alone. Within 3 years, mobile's contribution will reach around $184 billion as countries increasingly benefit from the improvements in productivity and efficiency brought about by the increased take-up of mobile services. Mobile technology not only offers great potential to transform economies, but it also enables individuals to reap the benefits of this digital economy, fostering financial inclusion and making a positive, sustainable economic impact. Africa has been a pioneer of using technology for financial services. In Africa, more than 10% of adults have access to mobile money compared to 2% average for the rest of the world. Mobile money has led to significantly improved access to financial systems in most African countries, and we're working with our leading service providers to enable this technology. When mobile money was first launched in Kenya back in 2007, no one could have predicted the transformative impact that these solutions would have on the lives of people living in emerging markets. Even more so, during the pandemic, the benefits of contactless payments have been even clearer, and we've been seeing a measurable increase in the number of users and transactions on such platforms. In 2019, 50 million sub-Saharan Africans created a mobile money account via mobile phone, bringing the total number of users up to 469 million across the region. An estimated 181 million of them are active users, many of which are active users on Ericsson's Wallet platform, our solution for fintech services, which enables consumers to be part of the digital economy in an easy, secure, and safe way. One use case of how consumers have been leveraging this innovative service is the pay-as-you-go business model, which makes products and services accessible to low-income consumers, allowing them to make incremental payments through mobile money. For example, they can purchase a solar household system that can address the electricity challenge. This has a significant social impact by enabling innovative models for energy, water, and other basic services. Mobile solutions are becoming a tool to solve major challenges across the continent. Digitalization also sparks innovation and new revenue streams. One example is Agriculture 4.0, which will particularly transform both the demand side and the supply side of the food scarcity equation. This will enable new revenue streams from IoT and industrial applications. Let me share with you one example which we deployed in Malaysia and we would love to bring to Africa, which is the connected mangroves. We partnered with the service providers over there to revitalize the mangrove forests and work to conserve the marine ecosystem. An IoT solution was deployed, capturing data relevant to the mangrove survival. The area where mangrove saplings have been planted has been equipped with sensors to monitor real-time information about soil and weather conditions, fires, water levels, and any intrusion from third parties to ensure that the saplings reach full maturity. These sensors help to compile and send data directly to cloud where farmers, NGO, analysts, and authorities can have access to it and understand more about the health of those saplings. This project exemplifies how we use ICT and IoT technology to address global issues, such as climate change. We see a tremendous potential in adapting these kind of projects for applications in areas like agriculture or aquaculture in Africa. Another key opportunity that digitalization will accelerate is to strengthen inclusion and address the need for education. It provides students and teachers with access to the libraries and information sources the world has, and connects schools to schools, students to students, and teachers to teachers around the globe to support collaborative learning, social awareness, and cultural sharing. Yet, 360 million young people across the globe currently do not have access to the internet. This results in exclusion, fewer options to learn, and limited opportunities for children and youth to fulfill their potential. Improved connectivity will increase access to information, opportunity, and choice, enabling generations of school children to take part in shaping their own futures. A collaboration that we are very proud of is the recent global partnership between Ericsson and UNICEF to help map school connectivity in 35 countries, a majority of which are in Africa, and to do so by the end of 2023. And by mapping the school connectivity, the Ericsson-UNICEF partnership supports a critical first step in closing the digital divide by identifying internet connectivity landscape for the schools and the surrounding communities. This joint effort is part of the GIGA initiative, which was launched last year and led by the UNICEF and the International Telecommunication Union, ITU. GIGA aims to connect every school to the internet, and the project has 4 different phases: mapping schools, connecting, financing connectivity, and empowering schools with digital solutions. Ericsson is the first private sector partner in the mapping phase and have made a multi-million-dollar commitment to the initiatives. Besides funding, Ericsson will also provide data engineering and data science capacity to accelerate school connectivity mapping. The end goal is to develop a solution that strengthens the GIGA initiative through the collection, validation, analysis, monitoring, and visualization of real-time school connectivity data. Ericsson has a long history of leveraging ICT for positive development in the African continent, from scaling solar hybrid solutions that reduce carbon footprint to humanitarian response that uses technology through our Ericsson response missions, or introducing the next generation of digital skills to youth as part of our Digital Labs program. Ericsson has been committed to using technology for good to create a positive impact on society in Africa through the years. So how can we contribute moving forward? If we are going to have a true impact and accelerate Africa's digital journey, we must work together on behalf of the non-connected population. Collaboration between public and private sectors and the education sector can drive policy changes and create the necessary environment for knowledge sharing and execution. In summary, to accelerate Africa's digital future, we call for 3 main actions. Action 1, enable the right regulatory environment. Action 2, accelerate infrastructure development to build the networks of Africa and secure coverage and capacity where needed. And third action is to enable access to education through ubiquitous connectivity. Commitment and collaboration throughout our ecosystem is vital to execute on all 3 actions. We've been working with our partners, the service providers, for more than 140 years to build the infrastructure in Africa, and we aim to continue to do so for the coming 140 years. Today, we have an opportunity to accelerate digitalization and transform Africa. We can create historical change with technology as a key enabler. A society where more people have the opportunity to enjoy what we take for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to set Africa in motion. Thank you.